That's too high. All right. Hey, Spanish Fork, how's your spring break going? Yeah, mine is good too. Thanks for asking. Last week, my family and I, we got the chance to go to Disneyland. And if you don't know this about our family, is we love Disneyland. We go a lot. And but it's really hard to. I'm gonna move this. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. It's really hard to be short and go to a theme park, right? It's especially hard for kids, right? Like all your friends are going on all these rides and you can't go. It's hard. It's also hard for short parents, okay? This last time I got to take my daughter on a ride and they checked her height, and this is routine, and she passed. She got to go on the ride. But then they stopped me and they asked to see my height as well. And so they checked my height too. It was really embarrassing. Luckily I passed. I was wearing my lifts, so I don't know if I would have otherwise. So my daughter, my oldest daughter, she is very small. She's very short. We're talking 0.5 percentile in height. We were a little concerned, so we went to the doctor. The doctor wasn't very concerned. This was her report. She said, there is a significant family history of short stature as the patient's father is only 5'3". And, well, you know what? You're still in debt for medical school, so about to fight a doctor. No, this last time at Disney, we were there at a restaurant, and one of the cast members comes up to our group, to my friend, and he says, hey, if he starts acting up, I'll get him a high chair. And she thought he was talking about her son. But then he said, no, I'm talking about him, and he points to me. And I tried coming up with something witty to say back, and I thought of a bunch of things all at the same time, and it just came out, oh yeah, well at least you look talking, I gotta go, okay, bye-bye. And then I sprinted away. It was embarrassing. We see a lot of weird things at Disney when we go. This last time, there was this man with his grandma walking past Matterhorn Mountain. And he turned to his grandma and said, Grandma, do you want to just start climbing right now, right here? And this woman was very old. We're talking, she witnessed Moses part the Red Sea. And she has no idea what's going on, and she says, okay. And she starts grabbing at the mountain, and her whole group is trying to tear her off the mountain. It was wild. One of the past times we've went, I threw out my back in the stupidest way, okay? We're getting ready to leave for our trip, and I'm taking out the trash, and I heaved the trash bag into the dumpster, and I tweaked my back. But it's my fault. I didn't stretch beforehand. I didn't wait 30 minutes after eating. I wasn't as Mormon as Eldon, and I didn't say a prayer. So it's my fault. I tweaked my back. But we get to the park the next day, and I can't move. It's really difficult to move. My back is in a lot of pain. I'm having muscle spasms. I'm walking around with my hand like this. I've got my legs spread. I'm walking like this down the sidewalk, and I looked like I was about to have a pistol duel at high noon with somebody. There was a tumbleweed that went by. It was crazy. My wife asked me if I wanted to get an electric scooter, and I said no. I didn't want to look like an idiot. So, yeah, I denied that, but then right past me comes Matterhorn Granny saying, "On your left." And I had to say something back, so I said, "Well, at least your face, talking, I gotta go, okay, bye-bye." It didn't work out again. One of these past times, coming back, my wife and I were at the airport waiting for our luggage, sitting there, and this teenage girl comes up to me and she says, "Oh my gosh, are you Ed Sheeran?" And I said, "Yes, I am." She says, "Really?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Can I get a picture with you?" And I said, "Absolutely." So we took a picture. Then she said, "Can you sing for me?" And I said, "No." And I rode that high for a little bit. I started hanging out at the airport every week with a empty guitar case. I don't even own one. Just waiting for somebody to say that again. It didn't happen. So if you don't know this, I'm actually an art teacher at a school where all my students have autism. And I know what you're thinking, Makade, you can't tell jokes about students with autism. And I say, yes, I can. I do it every day at work. Okay? So here we go. No, my students actually know I'm doing this show. They stumbled upon my last show on YouTube, and now they enter my room and they go, "All hail the short king of Disney." If you know, you know. My students, they like to argue a lot. They sometimes don't get along. But they all can agree on one beautiful thing, and that is to make fun of me. Okay. So, I had a student the other week. He comes right into my room. He goes, "Hey, take off that hat. Let's see that receding hairline." And I said, "Why don't we pull up your grade? Let's see how fast that recedes, huh?" Some of my students are really clever. One student came into my class, and they said, "Hey, how's it going, Hot Wheels mechanic?" And they got me. I didn't know what to say. I just went, "Oh yeah, well at least you look talking, I gotta go, bye-bye." But I couldn't go anywhere because I was in my classroom, and so that was really embarrassing. I've had students come into my class and just sneer at me and go, "Ew." And I say, "What do you mean, ew? You're wearing pajama bottoms with Crocs." I had a student come in. They're getting less and less creative. A student came in and they said, "Hey, you're ugly." And I said, "I'm really disappointed in you. I want you to walk out of the class. I want you to think for a second, and I want you to come back into my classroom with something way more creative than that, okay?" And the student comes back in, and they said, "How's it going, Ginger?" And I said, "What? I'm not Ginger. Why are you saying that?" And they said, "One of my cousins posted a picture on Instagram with Ed Sheeran, and it looked exactly like you." Thank you, everybody. Good night.